Okay, in this first session, we are starting with your foundation because clean books start with a clean setup. I want you to understand how to organize your accounts and not just what buttons to click. You are about to make your bookkeeping so simple, it almost runs itself. All right, so this is month 1 of your bookkeeping membership. And we're going to start with just the foundation of bookkeeping. So, good bookkeeping, you guys, starts with setup, not software, not buttons, not structure. And so by the end of this lesson, you are going to understand how to organize your accounts so your books are easier to maintain all year long. Now, setting up is very, very important. And we're going to make sure that you have organized your accounts correctly, understand where your money goes, and then make bookkeeping easier for you all year long. So, why does setting up your books matter? Because a messy setup basically creates confusion and leads to wasted time. So I need you to think of your bookkeeping system like a closet. If everything is thrown into one pile, it basically fits in there, but nothing is easy for you to find, right? So when each thing has a clear place, you put your things back where it's supposed to go, you know where it's supposed to be. I personally color coordinate my closet, but that's another day for another time. But if you put everything in the places where they go, then everything's going to be much easier to find. So when each thing has a clear place, reports make sense, your monthly check-ins take less time, and then tax time stops feeling like a crisis. Okay, so let's just go through some practical setup steps. So first of all, if you already have your QuickBooks or Wave or Excel spreadsheet, or even the Google Sheets document, the income and expenses tracker that I have, that's fine. Stay with that and do not chase software or move around or anything like that. Just master the systems that you have first and manage them. And we're going to walk you through how to organize your chart of accounts so that every one of your dollars stays in the right place. Okay. So first this month, you're going to create your chart of accounts. So you're going to open up your bookkeeping software, go to chart of accounts or accounts list. And I've attached a chart of accounts list in the description here so that you can use that as a guide. And then you're going to add only the accounts you actually use and then save that as your default setup. Next, you're going to link your business bank account, open banking, or your connections tab. So select add an account, then log into your bank securely. Let's say if you're using like QuickBooks or any of those softwares. And then you're going to approve the connection and import your account. Then you need to make sure that you create expense categories. So open your expense categories area and you're going to add categories that match your real spending and make sure you keep the name simple and meaningful. Save your updates and save that to the categories. And then fourth, you're going to customize your reports. So you're going to open up your profit and loss report. Check to make sure that the income lines and everything and your categories are right and you have everything that you need in your reports. Make sure that your reports show what you actually need, like your income by your product or your services. Now, right now, if you haven't been doing your bookkeeping yourself and you're just starting out, you're probably trying to figure out, well, what the heck is a chart of account? So basically, your chart of accounts is just a list of the money buckets that you have. So you have to remember that every single dollar that comes into your business, it has a place and it has to have some place to go. It's going to either come in or it's going to go out. And it goes out into one of the buckets so you can answer three questions. You need to know, what do I have? What do I owe? And did I make any money? So let's look at what these chart of accounts should include. So basically, you have assets, right? So your assets are what you have. It shows what you own. You have your cash, your inventory, etc. And when you know what your assets are, you understand the overall health of your business. Then you have your liabilities. Your liabilities are what you owe people. So your obligations. So just like loans or credit card payments or anything like that, that's a liability. So you have to keep track of your liabilities to make sure you're managing your cash flow. Now, your income is your money coming in. So that's what you get from your sales or your services that you provide. And making sure your income is in order, it helps you to understand what part of your business is doing well and which ones need improvement. And then you're going to look at your expenses. Your expenses are the money going out. So this is what it costs to run your business. Understanding that helps you lower your taxable income. It shows your profitability and it stops you from overspending in certain areas. And then your equity is what's left for you. That's basically what you own in the business. So you're going to keep track of your equity to know your business's value. And just remember, nothing disappears, nothing goes out of your accounts. These accounts are always in motion, always moving. You're always going to have to know exactly where your money stands. So this month, let's just recap. What you're going to do this month, you're going to create your chart of accounts. Again, that's linked below so that you can follow it. You're going to link your business bank account to your software or whatever tool you're using. You're going to set up your expense categories that match how your business actually spends money, and you're going to run a basic profit and loss report. Then you're going to reconcile your accounts. You're going to review your profit and loss report that you printed out. You're going to do a quick cash flow scan. You're going to log your receipts and your mileage, and then you're going to do the micro tax saving task that I put at the end of the checklist that is also below. So in the checklist that's in the description box, that is going to have those steps, step by step, and then it has a video to go with it to tell you exactly what each of those things, what you're going to have to do for each one of those steps. But the main thing that you need to do is create your chart of accounts. That's the most important. And then linking your bank accounts to whatever account you're using. Once you do those two things, then that's one thing closer to what you need to do. Make sure that you download the chart of accounts list that is below. Make sure you get your checklist that's below for the month of January. And then if you have questions, you don't know what to do, where to go next, all of those things, put that in our community tab or put that underneath in this video in the comment sections. I'm going to be answering questions every single week that come up in the comments so that we can make sure that you guys are understanding your bookkeeping. And I don't want anybody to get off track or nothing to go over anyone's head in this, because we're trying to get you to understand your books yourself. All right. So hopefully everything works out for you and you like this membership. Tell people about it if you think someone else would benefit. But I'm going to see you next month. And again, in the comments, just if you have any questions, put those on the comments and also in the community tab.